Can y'all see my book map or is it showing blank? Why is it doing that? That's so weird. Like I could see it on mine, but it's showing a blank screen. Let's try that again. Let's try this again. What about now? That's weird. Yeah, Discord did an update. It looks like they're having some problems with the streaming. But then again, my YouTube is still showing the same thing. That's weird. That's weird. All right, I'll just move bookmap today. We'll do charts today. Ain't no big deal. We'll change it up a little bit. That's like God forcing me to change it up. He's like, all right, your bookmap's not going to work today because I want you to try something different. Okay. All right. I hear you. All right, here we go. Let's start out on the DC5, 5825 right here. Is bookmap showing in your personal PC but not the stream? Affirm. You might need to turn on the hardware acceleration. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. You just said a lot of stuff I don't understand. All right. We have very light data today. I don't even think we have a 10 o'clock data. Do we have 10 o'clock data? I didn't even look at the data this morning. What do we got? We have crude oil at 9:30 Eastern. We have FOMC Kashkari. Isn't that a granola bar, Kashkari? Like a health granola bar? I don't know. 10 o'clock. He starts speaking. Typically hawkish. 2441. Could be a software limitation to prevent people from streaming it. Did they update it recently? Not to my knowledge. Is it me or is it very low volume for an open? So far, yes. So far, yes. Now, it has been very low volume. Now dropping every day. We have liquidity down to 5815. NASDAQ, we have most liquidity down to 430. $24.54. Red candles. Red candles. Haven't made any trades this week. Just don't like the setups. Yeah, I've had a pretty low activity couple of weeks now, or last week and this week. I put out some great trades last week, but some bad trades too. Ultimately led to a red week. This week, we're just kind of chilling right now. Kind of slow activity. Low activity. Nice little top wick coming on down. Beautiful. Down, down, down. Funny you mentioned 58.15. Yeah. Yeah. 58.15 is right at the pivot on ES, slower. It's also plus or minus a couple of points yesterday's low. I took it out overnight long on 15. Beautiful math. I refreshed the chart and lost audio. That's random. I've refreshed the audio and my toilet flushed. Like what's going on with Discord this morning? It's weird. Top wick, 58.22. Large sweeping red candles on NASDAQ, 24.4. Look for 402 pivot. VIX back up to 1722. I'm on the 15-minute chart. Let's go to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is a little bit more bearish than ES here. Yesterday's low was 361 NASDAQ. Why is my volume profile not on? It's still loading. Why is it taking so long to load? Let's go, brah. Come on, KV4 coins, get your crap together. There it is. What's your opinion on how quickly they killed the box? Hold on a second. Why is my broadcast not live? Killed the VIX? All right, here we go. What's your opinion on how quickly they killed the VIX? Hedge roll-off. A lot of the protection on there was because of the uncertainty around the tariffs, around FOMC and all that stuff, and everything kind of alleviated at the same time. Trump came out roughly around the time of FOMC and said, we're going to kind of back off a little bit on tariffs. And the FOMC came out with nothing really crazy, so all the positions roll off for the protection, because you have to remember your protection. When you don't need a bulletproof vest anymore, when you're out of danger, you take the bulletproof vest off. That's what the VIX is. So the VIX shows the fact that people took off hedging, and it changes the underlying nature of the market, and it goes into a tailwind as all the puts close. That's why we have no volume. It's not a true institutional bounce here because we have very light volume. We never even had volume to bounce it. It was just kind of weak, like meh, and up we go. How's that fiber internet? Oh, I have quasi fiber. I have coax fiber. Apparently, that's a thing. My farm is in BFE, like downtown, like right in the middle of the freaking country, and I've got 2 gig fiber internet. And it's lightning fast. And here I am in the middle of the city. And they don't even have fiber. It's coaxial fiber. It's terrible. Unreliable. Bottom wick, back up. I do have Temu equivalent of fiber. That's exactly right, I do. It's terrible. So you think, good morning, NTG. So do you think Friday and Monday are going to be the best days to trade? I do. Why would you think lean it? Typically those days are green. Typically, especially with as much selling as we've had this quarter. Typically my bias is leaning towards bullishness on Friday and maybe Monday. I don't know which day they'll do it. But those end of Q1 rollovers, the adjustments, usually makes them a pretty aggressive movement. And I only say bullish because typically that's what it's been. But it can be up or down. But if you only have a limited amount of funds to trade, a limited number of trades to take, do it. Wait for Friday or Monday, because those are going to be explosive days. I'd hate for you to blow your accounts or blow your trades on this back and forth crap when we're about to have a monster move Friday or Monday. What's up, Salim? Good morning. So far, bottom wick, ES is holding up a lot better than NASDAQ this morning. 7 of the 10 X's are green. XLK is barely red. Tesla's getting smoked again, 2%. Man, Tesla is an options trader's dream. Plus or minus 2% every single day. It's great stuff. All of the other techs are just barely red. NVIDIA is deeply red, but bottom wicking. Microsoft is barely red. Meta, Google, all that kind of stuff. 15-minute on ES right here, 58.30. This is the main pivot now since about 7:45 here. But if you look on look at the longer time frame. This is a 30-minute chart, and if I can get KV4 to actually load the stupid volume profile, here we go. The 30-minute, obviously, we have been here. This is interesting to look at, though. And on the 30-minute, we've been here since the whole start of the week. The entire week, we've been right here. And yet, look at how small the volume node is. relative to here. Look at 3 days of action back March 19th, 20th, and 21st. High volume node, very large range candles. 3 days here, low, although it's higher of the nodes here. It's still low relative to last week. In the very, very tight range. So the volatility is left, the volume is left. We have this little mini expansion type thing here. You can kind of see the price action. And we have a couple of highs right here. So we're dealing with this node, or not node, we're dealing with this resistance range right here. This orange block. We're right underneath it. And if we take that out, that's when things go super bullish. So when do we start though? When do we start the ST1K to 50K challenge? I guess I'll let him decide that. Comes a green. Getting the spot gamma refreshed here. What's the bearish case? If they continue to sweep off of 58.30 and can't even get through 58.50, that's when we could look for a rejection. But now that we're stuck up against Monday, Tuesday, and so far today, we are stuck up against this 58.40, 58.50 block, right up against it. To me, it looks like absorption. Until we have thrust, top wick, selling climax type action, it looks like absorption. But I'm trying to do my best to look at the longer time frames. The longer time frames will tell you what the true intent is here. I'm not so quick to think all-time highs yet. I did a killer tricep workout, man. My arms are smoked. Oh, man. Yeah, Discord updated. Yeah. I did tries and buys, baby. Yeah. So far on the 30-minute, we've got green, red, green, red, green, red on the 30-minute. Coming into resistance again. NASDAQ is still top wiki. Still looking. No bueno. Double top wick. Wednesday, March 26th, we have no data at all until 10 o'clock. Kashkari speaks. It's not an event, it's just him speaking. What's up, JCA? How you doing? Been a minute. I was back here in 21-22. Had to get consistent before coming back. Well, good to have you back, man. Welcome back. Hope things have gone well for you the past couple of years. And we're just figuring out the next market move, man. How's it been? I've learned a lot from you. Thanks for that. May I ask why futures, not SPY? Well, I trade futures and the SPX. Sometime, if I'm looking for low risk, I'll throw down some SPY options, sure. But normally it's SPX and futures. I trade them both. NASDAQ still dropping 435. Trying to get down to 20,414. What was a tricep workout? Skull crushers, overhead extensions, kickbacks, pull downs, and dips. All that, yes, in dips. I start out, me personally, I start out, because I'm getting old, my joints hurt, so I have to, I can't start with skull crackers. I have to start out with tricep extensions on the rope. Do those, go into skull crushers, which I kind of intertwine with close grip bench. And then, yeah, any kind of kickbacks, overhead extensions, stuff like that. And then I finish out with heavy dips, baby. Heavy, heavy dips. Heavier the better. That's how you put that mass on, baby. That's what get the girls shaking, the legs shaking. Is when you flex and that whole sleeve pops out. It's like, blah! Top wick here on ES, 30 minute. Still inside this little expansion range here, unable to kind of shake out anywhere. Thought your impersonations. That too. I like to short ES off the overnight high, previous day high area. Yeah, that's a great area, but you have to realize now we're talking about, you know, this is the fourth, possibly even the fifth test of this 5830. So if the rejections off of this level get weaker and weaker and weaker, that tells me there's absorption. So you got to be careful here. Make volatility great again. Yeah, buddy. Roids. Lots of roids. I wish I could do roids, man. I'm actively trying to do roids, but I can't find them. I vote to change the standby sounds. What does that mean? Nice sweeping top wick, NASDAQ. Nice sweeping top wick, NASDAQ. Launching iron condors in 3, 2, 1. Mojo, you're cleared hot. Rifle 30 seconds. Sweeping top wick here. Beautiful top wick on the 30 minute. We are at 9:48, 12 minutes away from top of the hour. And they are plunging lower, making a target of 58.14. I love it. This thing's been tradable all week. Yeah, it's a scalper's week so far, Alex, 100%. Big old sweeping top wick there. Look at that liquidity. Look at CVD down 1,000 negative CVD right inside the time frame. New low of the day. Beautiful. 20,408, targeting 403. On down. Market probably knows Kashkari speaking. And I'm telling you, this is one of my bearish thesis for until Friday is the fact that VIX is now holding 17. The 17 handle is the baseline for the VIX. Look at the option chain for the VIX. Look at the open positions on the VIX. The 17 is the baseline. I do not think they're going to let it hold below 17. We may trickle into the 1680, 1690s, but they are going to hold that 17 handle. And what you're going to start seeing is that weird green VIX green at market type of days where the VIX goes up alongside the market, which is weird. The reason why that happens is because puts are now cheap enough to reapply the positions. It's not the fact that they are looking for downside. It's the fact that the protection is cheap enough. The bulletproof vest is now on sale. It's cheap. Why not put it on? I'm probably not going to get shot today. But hey, it's 80% of the bulletproof vest, the level 4 plates. 80% off. I'm going to put them on anyway. And that's what the puts are. Top wick back over. Beautiful sweeping red candle NASDAQ on down. We just took out the 402. Now we're going to yesterday's lows. Nice, Salim. Probably won't get shot, but that's right. That's right. 58.22. Just absorbed last liquidity. Next on deck, 20,350. 35. Let's go to NASDAQ. 3.5 is going to be yesterday's lows approximately on down, and that's what they're sweeping. They just sweeped out the overnight low. Next on deck is yesterday's lows. 3.99 still dropping. Beautiful engulfing candles on the 30-minute. Beautiful. Strong Momo. Strong, strong Momo. Can't believe I was here when ES was under 4K. Yeah, buddy. Am I trading props? I have a prop, yes. I'm in the process of getting out of props, though. I have a TS live. Reason being, one of the main contributing factors, JCA, holy crap, about me getting away from props is that I believe 2025 will be incredibly volatile and it'll have a lot of selling, which I trade very well. And I want to apply as much as I can of my regular real account with options, because that's why I had such a stellar 2022. That's why I've had a stellar Q1 this year so far, is because I'm trading primarily options. So I want to be able to leverage that gamma during 2025. Still rolling over here, red candles. I'm going to lock in some profit. Haven't been able to merc it yet? What was that? We need to buy this and make a YouTube review on it. Temu Tactical Vest. I bet a 22 will go through that thing. I don't know what merc it means, but see me blow it? No. They pulled me into a live. I do remember them options plays in the downturn. Witness gains. Yeah. 100%. 100%. What's Momo? Momentum. Momentum, baby. Momentum. All right, we've got 20,400. We have 1 billion in puts on the books. So they are buying some puts here, or they have bought puts. We have about 90 million in calls, so well skewed to the put side. The 4K reference. It was all SPY talk when it was across the 21 early days. I remember crushing it from 395 to 400. Made no sense. Didn't think it'd ever keep going. Yeah. Red candles, 387. Let's go to 350, baby. No big data. Correct. So the only one speaking is Kashkari, who is typically hawkish. Maybe that's why they're doing this little momentum before he starts yapping. But yeah. Dropping back over, baby. Red candles. 350 targeting. Let me go check out the put wall. Where's the implied volatility target today? 1 day implied move is 5735 SPX, which is about 40 points down. But we're eating away at the 5770 target right now. If they take this out, I would probably say we're in for another 30 points. Right now, the VPA says down. We have a 30-minute top wick. If you're looking at the Bookmap stream, or I'm sorry, the Discord stream, you'll see that I haven't even come off the 30-minute yet. I'm strictly watching the 30-minute Momo. It's all volume. We just took out the prior lows. Very top wicky. We had range expansion into drop down here, and now we're dropping down to 350. 350 is my first target. You have two options when we hit 350. I'm going to give you two different options. One, well, I guess three options. One, close out the position and be happy. Two, roll out some of the position. Or three, just roll your stops down. I'm taking option number 3. Here we go. 360. 350. Beautiful. Beautiful. 106% on GME weeklies. Now remember, in the big scheme of things, on the 30-minute chart, all we're doing is filling back down to Monday's levels. This is still a micro move compared to what's going on here. Yeah, NASDAQ just gave back 110 points, but we're still inside the weekly range. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Plot the weekly low, weekly highs, and play them. Footprint charts are underrated. Show me an example, McGurky. Show me the money. Show me the example. Oh, man. I am very happy to announce that I've finally finished the floors. I'm so done with glue, it's not even funny. I look like a leper. Like I've got dried glue all over my arms. It's terrible. I've had to shave portions of my arms. It's not fun. Still coming down. I'm up to 15,000 shares. You got 15,000 shares of GameStop? Holy smokes, dude. 15,000 shares of GameStop. What's your, yeah, really, he is a market maker. He can move the price. You got $500,000 in GameStop, bro. Jeez Louise. You have almost as much in GameStop as I do in my entire trading portfolio, not my investing portfolio. Jeez Louise. All right, here's 360 coming up. 360. Can we get 350? I think we'll get 350. I think we'll get 350. Let's go, baby. LFG. Very strong 30-minute Momo. This is what I do every day. I need to start showing my charts. I think that would be more helpful to you than just streaming Bookmap. 15 or 30 minute. I don't come off these charts the first 15 to 30 minutes. I stay on these long-term charts because it reduces my emotion and it lets me see what's actually happening. I don't get caught up in the 5-minute intricacies of back and forth. If you stay off the 5-minute and get on the 15-30, you'll stop the little, oh, there's a red, and you jump into trade, and now you've got 15 trades before breakfast. Look, 350 Yahtzee. Hold on a second. I have to roll my stop. I'm locking in profit, baby. I'm locking it in. We're locking it in. Roll it down. Un momento, por favor. Ay, papi. All right, locked in. Your cost basis is still 1061. Nice, Juice Box. Amazing, bro. I am locked in my stop loss here. All right, next target 290. If we hit 290, Daddy is going to have a good day. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at that? Holy crap. Rolling it down again. I immediately have to move my stop loss based on my rules. All right, so where am I putting my stop now? Since we're just drilling to the core of the earth, structure of the market is 20,337. So I'm going to set it at 350. I'm going to give it a 13-point breathing room, and for now, but that's still 40 points away from the price because it's drilling. Look at this. Now I'm just going to keep on. I'm just going to play hopscotch with it. I'm going to play hopscotch. I'm going to play hopscotch. This just made my week, baby. Num 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 num. But look at this 30-minute. Look at right here. Boop, 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 boop. Look at all that support right there that we're drilling into. All that. Alt J, by the way, is your best friend. Right here. So now that we've taken out 350, 293. But I'm going to lock in profit. I will not accept a bounce here. So if they do bottom wick the living crap out of it, I'm out. I'm going to set it where it's out. I will not accept a bounce here because we've already drilling into some pretty hard support. Because remember, I can always re-enter if I want to. If they decide to have like bottom wick 50%, do a 50% fib retracement on this thing, and then dump it back over, I don't want to be a part of that because I don't know what they're going to do at that point. Plus, it's going to drive emotion, which is half the equation. I have to account for my emotional reaction. So this thing bounces up 50%. I'm going to get out. And then if they do decide to top wick and drill it back down to, let's say, 20,100, I'll just get back in. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Or I won't even play again. Why do we need to get back in? I'm done, Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Where did I pick my entry? Double top wick off of the 450, 460 range. We cannot reclaim the prior highs. And then once they took out the low of 427, that's where the shorts began to hit hard. That's where the entry came into play. What's up, Riley? Bienvenidos. Konnichiwa. Nasdaq's down 1%. This text thread thing seems very off. I don't know. No bueno. Is this too much too fast? No. I mean, in the big scheme of things, we're still inside the weekly range. If we smoke the weekly range, probably, but we're still inside the weekly range by a lot. Nice rock slide. Thanks, Uncle Bill. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. $5,740. We're getting close to my trigger and my stop. Getting close. Getting close. Getting close. Boo-do-do, boo-do-do. They just played some throat music on my Spotify. I don't even know what that is. Oh my gosh. Any tips on setting stops with options? Try to dial it in, but predicting a close price is difficult. I can't just set at a chart level like futures. Well, if you're talking about zero DTE options, it's very, very difficult. It's nearly impossible to set appropriate stops for zero DTE options because even the smallest fluctuation in price, including a small fluctuation in price given time, I mean, it's going to smoke your premiums in like half a stick. So I mean, it's hard. The biggest thing if you're going to play zero DTE options, you have to have conviction. You can't just kind of half-butt some zero DTE options and hope that it comes into play because you're gonna end up with a lot of 100% losses, and it's a little difficult. Oh, that stopped me out. What was that? Dang it! I thought we were gonna go down. Stopped. I'm out. That's probably a sweep too. So the problem with those options right there is because you got, the time value is so incredibly difficult, especially if you are waiting for the move to be made. Because the longer you wait, obviously, I think even the most basic option trader has realized that the longer you wait, the further away your break-even points gets. So that's why I usually stick with options to very volatile environments, because you know pretty quickly if you're wrong or right, and you can get out or stay in whether or not, depending on the price action. This is what I saw, so I'm still getting familiar with footprint charts. I didn't take a trade, but I was thinking price would roll over because there's a lot of buying at the top of the candles. But the circle themselves were top wicked versus effort versus roll. Buyers aggressively trying to keep price higher, but could not do so. My aggressive sellers are in control. I like it. I like the concept. I like it. So it's kind of like it shows the order flow coming up higher, which is to me is supply. That's indicative of supply. Another top wick here. That's a retest off of this level. So you see this. We've got this retest level here. So if you want to see these prices again, they have to reclaim this level. Well, we came up, immediate top wick off this level, which appears to be some sort of sweep given the data volatility. And then at that point, you've got a couple of different things to consider. You've got all of these 30-minute wicks. Granted, these are 30-minute candles. You've got this much of the low volume node to consider because we had such a run up on Sunday night, which is an unsupported move. These major pre-market moves like that don't give full market volume to them. So in the event that we do break below here, it gets pretty interesting because there's not, I mean, look at all this. There ain't much there. There ain't much there. Not to mention we have a couple macro levels, which I can't show you. I can't show you. GameStop's up at 420 in pre-market. Why are you late? March your meal, son. This may keep going, but I work for 30 minutes today to make what I need. Time to go do what I want to do when I started trading. Spend time with the family. Beautiful juice box. Hey, do you do this full time? Are you a full-time trader? Do you have a job or a career? Like, what do you do? Just curious. With $500,000 in GameStop. This is it? Nice. Very cool juice box. I love it, man. Another top wick. Am I in a short? Not anymore. I stopped out. Which I'm probably going to regret, but hey, that's okay. I made a killing. We're good. I've got this one of my security cameras on my farmhouse. I've got it logged in so I can see it. I can move it with my keyboard. Like it's got like a turning head. So I can use the keys on my keyboard to turn around and zoom in and everything. It's awesome. I need to mount a turret to it. Shoot things with it. Top wick. If they break that prior low 310, so if you zoom in, you know, if I'm looking for this, you know, if they if they thrust down, we have the buyer's little response. If they top wick and close this low, I do think we'll drop at least another 30 points or so. $22.50 a firm. That'd be nice. The keyboard mounted turret is insane. Heck yeah, man. You see this continued down thrust? Every single time the buyers tend to expand this candle, they smack it down. So what does that tell you from a numerical standpoint? That's the question I always want you to ask yourself, is that forget about the candles. What is this visual aid telling you that's happening? Sweeping top wick, sweeping top wick, sweeping top wick. It means they're selling into upper order flow. There's too many offers sitting right here. There's too much selling. In my opinion, if they close this like this on the 30-minute, 291,250. NASDAQ. What brand camera? Unify. Ubiquiti. I want the whole Ubiquiti system. I've got 8 cameras around my house. Just waiting. Notice again. I want to re-highlight. I have not come off the 30-minute yet. I've been staying on the 30-minute. You want to know how I don't sit there and trade 15 times a day? How I'm so patient, as y'all keep saying? This is why. 15-minute, 30-minute. I don't have to worry about trying to scalp every single little candle because I'm just watching the time frame. Juicebox made like a 3K a week selling GameStop covered calls without even putting out half his shares of collateral. Heck yeah, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. We need Greenland for internationals. Oh, here we go again. Oh my gosh. Trump's making some comments now, apparently. There's a lot of Trump statements coming out. Be careful. Be careful. Nvidia's down to 4%. What's the book telling me? Speaking of which, I do have to get on the Bookmap stream here in about 20 minutes. You watching 57.95 liquid? Nice. 57.95 would bring us to the pivot from Monday morning. I like it. But that trend line, once again, still working very well. We now have a 30-minute POC shift right here. And now they're going to use that. So that means a whole bunch of volume just hit to drop this candle back down. I'm pretty sure it'd, yeah, never work again if I could do that too. Heck yeah, man. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Zero Hedge just posted, there is not enough confidence to sustain another stock market rebound because we have very thin volume. Well, we already knew that, didn't we? This is not an institutional buying climax recovery because the volume was just completely void. And it's okay. There's a difference between having a super high volume influx buying climax and then the volume dissipates. That's normally how trends go. But we never even had any volume, period. The volumes have been dropping since the market was dropping. The interest in the market completely dissipated, which is why I'm not saying we're not going to have these massive rally V recoveries simply because I'm not seeing it on the volume. Why are we mentioning these other guys? Oh my gosh. All right, here's the top wick on ES. What's the duration of time feeding into your 30-minute? 500 look back, so 500 sessions. Are you still short, Salim? What are you doing? Do you use that? I do use that as a standard D firm. Yep. I've always just used the 500. I never come off of it. Not to say that's correct, but that's what I do, and it's, you know, it allows me to make a bunch of apples to apples comparisons over the course of time. Oh man. Top wick still. Any thesis on the upside for this afternoon? Yeah, if they hold above the 57.95, 5800, then I could see a bounce into the afternoon. Yeah. Why'd you choose NDQ today instead of ES? I just like to set up a little bit better. I just happened to be watching it. They both had good opportunity. I don't really have a better answer for you than that one. What if we transact and bounce on the weekly pivot? Perfectly, yeah. I mean, 100%. Still short. What do you think about EMA trading? Don't like it. I'm bad testing a simple strat. 50 EMA candle close and around second candle. So far, it seems to be working good. Now I have to figure out where to put my stop. My theme, I don't know if you've heard me say it before, just shorts. My theory with EMAs or any other kind of technical indicator trading is that you have to have a baseline understanding of order flow. If EMAs and technical trading worked, then all retail traders would be rich. We'd all be doing great. But obviously that's not the case. There's just no way to predict when the EMAs will work or when they fail. When to use them, when not to use them. Now, I use them for a pattern identification. So if I have a good order flow mechanism that's telling me one way or the other, up or down, sideways, chop, rejection, whatever, and I can tie in maybe like a 200 EMA, SMA, or whatever that's showing a pattern, then yeah, whatever, exploit it. But I cannot make a decision strictly based off an EMA. With all that support here you highlighted earlier, can you talk about why you didn't make this a major support? Because this is just weekly. So my macro levels show data all the way back to 2024 and even further if we had price action conducive to it. So if you're talking about like major macro support, that's why. Now it could be tomorrow if we continue to bounce here, or next week. I'm sorry. We need like supports with an A plus on them because I went back a little bit further. That's why. Because the theory is, if we're consolidating like this, I want to give you all the insight that what level do we need to look at to say, all right, we're breaking out of the weekly range. The buyers or sellers have now accepted a price. Okay, I'll definitely look more into order flow. Yeah, definitely just shorts. And again, the EMAs and stuff like that, the key takeaway from my conversation there is just don't make it your primary mechanism of decision making. That's it. And then that's all I'll say about it. Just make sure you have an understanding of order flow and volume, and then after that, do whatever you want. What do I think about ATR trailing trading? It's not something I've ever done. Another top wick still on ES and NASDAQ, 30 minutes. There we go. There we go. We have a lot of 30-minute top wick here. All breaking down. NASDAQ ES again. EMAs help me stay in the trade, never get stopped out too soon. There you go. Could you make a video about bookmap for stocks? What to look for if there's any difference in the futures? There's no difference. I look for the same thing. Stocks are a little bit more difficult because there's so much freaking order flow on there. You have to change your settings to filter out all the small crap. Otherwise, I mean, there's so much on there. It's not very useful. So indicators is one of the confluences of the many before we make a decision. Yeah, you could say that. It's kind of like when you're building a house. You have a foundation, you've got the walls, and then you've got the trim work. EMAs are like the trim work, but you still need the foundation and supports. Oh! Smoking it. See, look, they accepted the prior low. Immediately they dump it. They accepted the prior lows on the 30-minute top wick, and immediately they dump it. On down. Beautiful. And now, see if we can get that low. 57.97. On NASDAQ, we're going to go for 230. On down. 30-minute charts all the way down. Compromise for the life of me. Oh, man. Still going, baby. 260. I've been back testing for 6 months. Tried all the fair value gap ICT BS, but it didn't work out. This is potential. We're looking at order flow. Do you have suggestions as to where to learn it? Yeah. 2 things. You have a book you need to buy and read. Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis. It's like $20 on Amazon. Cheaper if you get it on Kindle. And then, of course, my YouTube channel. You know, it's free, all free content. You can go look, read about order flow, volume. There's a ton of other options as well if you don't like my stuff. Or you can, of course, you could ask questions here on the stream. 250, there's my first target, NASDAQ. After that, we got 227. After that, 145, all the way down. We took out the prior low on the top wick 30-minute. We still have 7 more minutes till this candle's closed. Very bearish. We wiped out 294. Coming on down, looking for 230. 230. Hero indicator is 2.7 billion in puts. Absolutely pouring into puts. Crazy amount of puts. We are coming up on, like I said, 57.40. 57.40 is the wall to the downside on SPX, not ES, SPX. Still drilling. Top wick 30-minute shows very bearish. All the way down, baby. High volume. We just took out the prior 291. And you have to guess, well, not guess, guess I guess is not a terrible word. Where are they going with it? What do you think? Zoom out on the 30-minute, what do you see? This is where the participation is. The market seeks out liquidity, seeks out participation. Right here. There's your target. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Time to go home there, ball. $228, dropping back down, straight selling. Algorithms are in dump mode today. High volume. Look at that. This is the highest volume since March 14th. 12 days. What happens in a low volume environment when we have high volume? The market moves. And today we're getting volume. Today we're getting volume. It's beautiful stuff. When I'm sitting here on these charts, my analysis never stops. I'm not sitting here all chilling, being all quiet for a reason. Like I'm looking at this stuff. 30-minute, 15-minute. I'm figuring out what the next move is. Sometimes I don't have a clue. Sometimes it's painting a picture, it's telling me a story. Like Bob Ross. When Bob Ross first starts, you have no idea what he's painting. But by the end of the episode, it's a beautiful, beautiful, crazy scene of mountains and rivers and streams and trees and leaves. That's what VPA does. Just bounced off 227 NASDAQ. ES is holding at their Monday afternoon pivot. Here's ES's resistance right here, support resistance. I do not want the buyers to accept 278. If they accept 278, then we'll have another retest of 320. So as long as we hold over 278, sellers are still in control. Or we get a high volume bottom. All right, so now, hanging out on the 30-minute, I need to see where's there any kind of intricate volume coming in. So I'll go to the 5, look at the 5-minute. The 5-minute candle just showed highest volume candle of the day with a bottom wick. That could be terms for a VPA bounce point, even if just temporary. So how do I confirm a VPA bounce on the 5-minute? If we have volume that holds, now that we have a confirmed bottom wick that holds, if they take out this candle right there, if they take out the high of this candle, which is also the support, so it'll be essentially a 5-minute chart support resistance test, the 5806. If they claim 5806, then I would expect a 50% retracement. Anything under 5806, the buyers have not taken back control, and if they take out this candle, continue downside. So this is how you work confirmation on the VPA high volume bounces. You have a high volume influx here, and people may go ahead and see that and preemptively take a long, which sometimes it'll get you in a great entry, a great early entry too. But if you want to be conservative and wait for confirmation, it has to take out the prior high of the candle, which in this case is right here at 5806. Remember, everything I do is an if-and statement. If I see this, this is what I'm doing next. That's all I can do, because I can't guess. Guessing gets you in trouble. But keeps me safe. It keeps my equity curve heading higher. Nice and easy. Right here. It's 9:28. I have to jump over to Bookmap. It's really helpful to see you work. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mojo. Yeah, we could do this more often, too. Be a little more proactive. I've been trying to figure out how to make more YouTube content that's more interactive, and Danny Gabagoo over here gave me a great idea. So I think what we may do is I may do a stream, like I'll log off the morning stream and turn back on another stream, and I'm going to do a stream that's 20 to 30 minutes that's dedicated to making a YouTube video. And we'll talk about a topic, and we'll go over it while the market is live and moving, and we'll make YouTube content out of it. So that'll help me create more YouTube content. It'll help you all learn and interactive ask questions, and we'll watch some active live order flow. It's good stuff. I just don't have time to spend 8 to 10 hours editing videos anymore, at least not until the house is done. So that'll help me. Live trading is the way. Yep. Oh, man. First, create a playlist with basics if you want people to follow live streams. There you go. They need base. I need to hire an editor. I do. What time frame candles do you use? Most of the time, 15-minute, 5-minute, 30-minute. Depends on the situation, the setup. It becomes a lot more clear when you put it on the 30-minute here too, the 15-minute. Bottom wick. It's also the high of the prior 5-minute. We take out 5806. In my opinion, we'll have a short-term negating, I don't know, of the downside thesis. We'll play up to 5813, and then we'll go from there. All right, y'all. I have to switch over to Bookmap. I'll post the links when live, and I'll see you over there. I'm out.